What's up, guys? Today, I'm gonna let you know why hair is good. So, this is the latest patch 5.18 on PS4. I think 5.19 comes out soon, but that's where Hera gets her buffs. But I'm explaining why Hera is good before the buffs. So, just want to show you guys, my stats, just so you know what I look like. If you can say whether I was a good player based off my stats or whatever. I have reached platinum 5. Platinum 5. I reached diamond 5. I just got kicked out of there. Upon not playing enough games, I also went against a couple of grandmaster squads, and it was me with some randoms versus a squad of grandmasters. So yeah, I tried, but it didn't work out. So that and me not playing Joust because I felt like the matchmaking was trash. That did it. But yeah. So let's go to matches. So I just want you guys to see. Yeah, you're gonna see that 0-16 conquest there. Yeah, I was playing on her. Yeah, I suck. But yeah, I don't play the carry role. Uh, oh yeah. So Harris' picture isn't going to be in the game. So I'm gonna just read off. So we got this 7-2 conquest where I played Hera mid. We have a Joust where I went 0-6 and we lost, and that was with Hera. But it was a rough game. It was a really really rough game. Like it was rough. Like that was one of the games where it's just like I took 2 losses in a row. Oh man, yeah, it was a rough game. I had to come back with that 7-2. But before that, 16-4, 7-5. I don't play classic Joust. I never played it, so I was trying to get used to it. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know how to play it well. And playing it with a newer character that people say isn't really good, but she's decent, is kind of hard. Like I'm saying she's good, but that's because I'm winning most of my games with her. I have like a 65, 67% win percentage with her, almost a 70. Uh and as you can see, I took a defeat in the arena, but I went 6-1. Played another arena, I went 3-11. Played a conquest, I went 3-7. But that was not a good game. Like it was just a couple of not a good games. Like we're trying to get the arena I think it was like when the first day, like when the first game of the day. And I don't like playing Hera in arena at all. I don't like playing arena at all. I'm a Joust person and a little bit of conquest. And conquest I play mid, solo, a little bit of jungle, and I could play support. It's really, really, really the struggle for me. But as you can see, like Conquest Hair 2-4-17, that was support. 3-4-18, that was another support game. Like, and this is support Hera. Like I'm throwing up 2 kills, 4 deaths, and 17 assists for support Hera. Like, and if you guys don't believe me, I can definitely pull that up. Boom. Tai blank character, that's Hera. As you can see right there. 2 kills, 4 deaths, 17 assists. KDA is a 2.63. As you can see, we have Gemma ISO for extra slows. We have a solve for physical, aura for the team and myself, cooldown boots, heart ward defense for myself and my team, breastplate so I could shoot my abilities faster. So I'm working with 30% here, and I was picking up blue buff. And Oni's is a great option. Period. Hera is not a mate. Hera is not a guardian, so she's not really able to tank up damage. But when you have an item that literally can negate true damage, you have a great item. And it used to be really, really powerful. They nerfed it, and it was still really, really powerful because it was 1900 gold. This item has been good for a long time. And you can see in previous builds that I've said run Oni's Hunter. That is a really powerful item still. And for a mage to be playing a solo role, a support role, you can run this. So that way I can be in the fray, and not only am I able to tank up damage, I am bringing damage reduction for my team by giving them defense and giving them some healing with the HP5 passive of the solve. Like, so there's a lot going on. I'm able to have 30 to 40%, depending if I have my blue buff on or not. So I am able to throw out more polymorphs, which means that you're silenced. You can't throw out abilities. All you can do is move. Yes, this is not that great of a CC, but with Gemma ISO, now you're slowing them. So now it becomes a better CC, so people can land more abilities on them. So you have that. I also have my one, which is able to be tossed out up close, which is still going to proc Gemma ISO. And the fire part can also proc Gemma ISO. So I can essentially hit people with that, and that does decent damage. And also, while all this is going on, I can pop my 3, which late game gives me like, well, this is pre-patch, so late game it gives you like 160, I think, or it was giving like 180. It's not actually giving you the number it says. You're supposed to get 250 from it, but you're not getting that. You're actually getting less. They already said this. I can't remember the exact number they said you're getting, but that in conjunction with your health, you're getting like another additional 200 something added on to that shield. So essentially, you got like a 300 something shield. You're building defense. So when a person hits that shield, it's going to reflect as what your defense is. So a person is not hitting you for the 100, he's hitting you for like 50 something. That's actually hitting your shield for 50 something. So you got a 300 something shield on you that's reducing damage. So you gotta think about it. You're just literally taking free hits and nothing's happening to you because you have a shield on. And that's without running an item. That's just her ability. And then we get to the best part, Argus. So I'm a really aggressive support. I can throw out basic attacks and land these because I play solo. I wouldn't play mid. And I play kind of weird characters like Sylvanas where I can land a lot of basic attacks. I play Ares where I land a lot of chains. So I'm not too trash at hitting basic attacks with certain characters in the mix. Like, and when a support can get close to a person because the hunter doesn't care that he's out damaging me, like I can take a little bit of risk and stuff. But besides that, her basic attacks reduce cooldowns on Argus. So pretty much Argus with 30% cooldown on him, I think he's like at 70 seconds or like 65 seconds or something like that when he's away, like on cooldown. Landing your abilities on multiple people with your polymorph, which does a good chunk of damage, and slows people and polymorphs them. You can hit multiple people, so multiple people can get slow and polymorph, and that's going to actually reduce your cooldown by 3 seconds because you hit the ability on 3 people. So you use your one and you hitting a lot of people, you're reducing your cooldowns on Argus very, very fast. And you're able to tank up damage, and as long as you're throwing basic attacks in there every once in a while, like their basic attacks might not be doing much, But the fact that you're actually doing a little bit of damage plus it's getting Argus faster cooldowns is ridiculous. Now we're gonna get to Argus. Argus is able to drop down and do a stupid amount of damage in a team fight because he's hitting multiple people for that base damage. Then on top of that, if you're playing it right, you want to set it up where, okay, you got Argus, you want to kind of fall back, get your cooldowns, everything's up. You want to wait. You want to get into the fray and tank up damage. Either you're going to instant die, but usually if you play it right, you should be fine with this build. You should be able to run in and get a couple people's attention, or you can throw Argus above a group of people. So it's pretty much like you want to either see how the other team is playing. If the other team is aggressing on one person really quickly, your move is to kind of bait your teammate. You want to leave your teammate, like, don't bait him, like, don't tell him, but tell him that you're doing it and you're using him as bait. You're going to come in, you're going to give him protections. You're running a shell, you're going to run supporty things. So you're going to come in and be able to help him survive this little onslaught he's going to eat at the beginning. And you're sitting behind, you're waiting. When they come in to attack him, you drop Argus on top of him. Argus causes a knockup. That knockup, that first initial hit is going to apply Gemma ISO, which slows. So now when he was dropping, you should hit your 3. Your 3 causes Argus to do a mystical melt effect, which hits, I think, like 3 times a second, or it hits a lot of times before it runs out. It's a 5-second thing, and it hits a lot of times before it runs out. You hit that. While he's dropping, that's going to be in effect, and you're going to be running in with your shield now on you. So if somebody wants to turn and hit you, you can tank that damage without losing any health before the fight, like before you could really get into the fight. You're coming in with your 2. You're going to come in with your polymorph, and you're going to hit as many people as possible, or hit anybody that is an immediate threat. And what I mean by immediate threat is, like, if there's a Uller, polymorph him immediately, because that's a 2-second thing that he's out. Unless he beads, he's out for 2 seconds. He can't cast no abilities, he can't do any damages, and he has no stun. So at this point, you done came in and shut down whoever you needed to shut down. And now you're coming in seeing if you need to pop a shell, pop the med, pop the horrific, whatever, because your team should be right there for this crazy, like, melting process. Because you got to think about it. The person is knocked up. They're taking damage from the knockup. They're slow. So as soon as they come down, they're slow, like immediately slow. Then you're hitting them with the polymorph, so they can't really do any attacks to retaliate. You got the what's the name? The stun damage. I mean the mystical meld damage coming from him. So that's doing damage too. And then Argus is gonna deliver 1 hit. And that 1 hit kind of happens like as soon as they hit the ground, and they can't really get away, like I said, because they're Gemma ISO. Then the lovely part comes. Argus has an AoE that slows. He can then proc that slow on top of people who are already Gemma ISO because of the polymorph and whatnot and his knockdown. So then you can line it up with your 1 and slow people even more. This causes a crazy effect with horrific, which you can then run up in horrific, and people are slow for roughly 40 to 60%. So this just guarantees that if a person even dashes, they won't be able to really move that far. Like, elite would get you somewhere, but it's still like you're going to be moving incredibly slow for a couple of seconds afterwards.